Hello everyone, my name is Rashid. Welcome to this Reckoner live stream event. Today we are reviewing the brand new GSP 602 gaming headset from our friends at EPOS Sennheiser. There we go, there's the box, exciting stuff. EPOS, for those who are unaware, are a new offshoot brand that specializes in video and gaming products from Sennheiser. They're going to be based over in Denmark, well, they are based over in Denmark, and the 601 and the 602s are the new version of the 600 GSP series that Sennheiser have had out for a little while now. So before we get into what we have exactly in our hands today, let's watch a little bit of sizzle reel from the 600 series.
Right, guys, go. Hold on, guys, hold on.
Okay, guys.
There we have it. That was the Sennheiser sizzle reel for this GSP 600 series that came out a little while ago. But today we are dealing with the 602, which is exactly the same as its brother, the 601s, just varying in its color. And the model that we have today, the 602, is a beautiful, let's give you a close-up here, is a beautiful purple hue with a tan leather appearance on the cups. These are a passive noise cancelling, meaning that they don't have any electronics in there that's doing the job, but they aim to do it through these really large oversized cups when we bring it out. So you can all have a closer look here, that fit over the ear and block out a good amount of noise. We see the EPOS logo inside and the motif again on the arm. Now, a plastic made arm, as you'd expect. It does have a bit of weight to it. If we look on the box here on the side, it says that the unit itself is at 395 grams. Now that is not a light headset. It's not the heaviest that I've seen, but it definitely is getting up there in terms of what you're going to have on your noggin for a considerable amount of time. So something you may want to consider if you're a gamer that is at the desk for a while. Quickly on the design itself, I really like the look of these. I'm not a huge purple fan. The 601s, the colorway is a white or silver with a black cup, but it almost looks like the negative or the inverse of many headsets out there. This is something different. It sort of adds a little bit of character. It has these sort of, I liken it to like an Optimus Prime Transformer type situation going on, and then black over the top for the main headband. One thing I've seen a few people mention in different reviews is the cushion on the headband has this divot in the middle, which some people don't really like, or concern there for it sort of bouncing off the top of your head. Now, for me personally, not an issue. Wearing these for a few hours on end, not a problem whatsoever. Really decent padding, and I've been pretty happy with the way they've gone. On the left side here, we have the mic, which is activated when it's pulled down. Pretty standard operation stuff there. Really nice. Sennheiser have always had excellent mics, but we're going to put that through its paces in just a moment. And then on the other ear cup, we have what looks just to be some sort of motif, but it's actually the toggle or jog wheel for volume control, which is really nice to see. There's a lot of brands out there that have inline controls on the cable, or they'll have sort of toggle controls at the end of the cable. Having a really nice rigid, this is a really sort of having to use like a good amount of force to get this over. It's not just like spin and this thing goes out of control. Really liking the look of that. What else is in the box, I hear you ask? Well, not much. It has that sort of new box smell to it. And other than the headset itself is one small box which has a few other little bits and pieces in it. Your manuals, your warranty, pretty exciting. But then there's not one, but two cables. This is a wired headset, remember, wired headset. So we've got two different cables, and they're both to connect the headset, obviously, to your console or PC, and depending on which one that you have, you can see this is the actual, if it can focus in there, this is the actual connector that goes into the headset. That is going to go into that guy here. Quite a long, rigid connection, really solid construction. Braided cable, which is really nice to see, very happy with that. One of these is a split, so we go from the 3.5mm jack in the headset to multiple 3.5 mils, one for mic, one for the actual audio coming out of your system, or we have the single cable solution, which just has the if we get it in there, has the headphone connector on one side, and then the 3.5mm jack with the extra ring there that handles audio and microphone in one, and that's the one that we're going to be trying out right now. So whilst we do that, I'm going to undo this guy. So not a lot going on in the box other than the headset and the cables itself. That's exactly what this is supposed to be. It's a headset, a wired headset, designed to give you a really high level of quality of sound, and come together with some simplistic point of view. There's no software, there's no EQ or anything like that. That all needs to be handled in your operating system itself. But we'll get to that in a minute. So let's just plug this guy in. It's quite a snug little fit. You have to it's making sure that you get that in on the right angle there, and there's no issues with your connection. That's really solid. The other end we're going to plug into the Mac that we're broadcasting off right now, so excuse me for a moment. Alrighty, I'm going to switch over the mic to this bad boy. So let's just pop out here and see how we go. Give you an idea of the look. Adjustable headband, sort of moving on the sides here. Now that's a really snug, solid fit that encompasses my ear cup entirely. I'm just going to bring the mic down, see if we can toggle that, mute that one. There we go. Audio coming directly through there, and then I'm just going to switch over the output device to be coming through the headphones as well. So yeah, that's a really nice, well isolate for passive isolation. This is doing an absolute cracker of a job. Really can't hear the birds chirping outside, or there's literally a car driving by right now. And that's really nice. I'm very happy with that. Very snug fit. Like I said, very comfortable for me over the top of the head. I don't think anyone looks particularly fashionable wearing any of these sort of over the head designs. But for those of you inclined to go for a different colorway, then this is a really nice change up for what you would normally see, you know, in your run-of-the-mill sort of gamer headsets out there. So normally the way that I would test headphones is through a variety of scenarios, but the main one is to go through a testing suite of songs that I really enjoy, and I've brought them up here. I'm not going to sit here and go through them all. Just switch back to the right one. I'm not going to sit here and go through them all and bore everyone. These are really just a way of me to explain, I guess, the pluses and minuses that come with the 602s. Now, one of the most difficult songs I find, and as a real proof is in the pudding song, is "Go with the Flow" by Queens of the Stone Age. The bass line in this and that constant sort of crashing of the drums is really difficult for a lot of headsets to maintain such a good such a well-rounded sound. And I'm happy to report that the 602s do a pretty damn good job of it. They're definitely not in the upper echelon, and the, you know, to have full noise cancelling capabilities may take it over the extra line. But for your common sound, like all-encompassing range from bass to your top end, "Go with the Flow" is a fantastic song, in my opinion, to test that out. And I think these guys do a pretty good job of getting it across the line. They're not perfect, is what I'm getting at. And for a device that's being touted for having this huge range, really focusing on bass, it should probably be nailing it just a little bit better. And that's proven when I sort of dive into songs like Missy Elliott's "Get Your Freak On," or Kanye and Jay-Z's "In Paris." They're like, it's there. The bass is really there. I can really feel it in my ears, but it's just not quite up there. That's not a bad thing, though, and I think that's something that you really need to take into account when you listen to the polar opposite. When I'm listening to songs like Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, the articulation in a lot of those top end pieces of music is very well defined, and for a gamer, those types of things are really important because that lets you focus in on environmental sounds a lot better. Especially if you're playing a lot of first-person shooters online, footsteps, different in the background gunshots. That's what's really going to come through in this type of headset versus the big bombastic explosion, sort of knock you out of your socks type of things that you might get with other devices. Now, the pro and con there is that there is no equalizer in the headset or attached to any paired software from EPOS, but you could tweak those things and get more out of it in those deeper bass-like tones if that is what you're really going for. So, like I said, pluses and minuses. Getting to Q&A, there are a few questions that have come through in the process of setting up the live stream, and thank you very much for those. I've had a couple around the construction, I guess, of the headphones. Plastic, like I mentioned at the top of the show, top of the stream, and that is to be expected 100%. The cups themselves, they do feel leathery, but they're not. I'd be very surprised for a $300 headset to incorporate that. I could be wrong, but at least you can replace them. If they wear, there's tearing, there's any issues, there's no issue with you going online, ordering another pair, and away you go. You can also order them in the other color. So if you wanted the 601 version, you wanted the black cups with the purple sort of hue on the plastic, then that is an option for you as well. Microphone wise, is it replaceable is a question that comes up quite a lot. It is attached 100%. There is no leveraging. I can bend it, and I assume the quality is coming through very good. I hope it is. I'm not sure. In my previous experience with Sennheiser mics, this looks exactly the same as a prior model that I've tested, and it was phenomenal, especially for online gaming audio. Did a really good job of cutting out exterior sounds and really just focusing the audio on my voice. I can see it peaking a lot in the recording as we're going through, but that's probably just because of the setup and the ad hoc nature of how I've just literally plugged it in and fingers crossed. Yeah, so, but back to the mic itself, it's not replaceable. The boom arm can't be pulled out and plugged back in. So if you were to pick these up and throw them across the room in a fit of rage, you would be up for a new $319 headset, which is the RRP on the 601s, the 602s, through all the retailers out there at the moment. What is it compatible with? Finally, it is compatible with pretty much anything that has a 3.5mm jack. If you want to take use of the mic, then depending on your setup, you might need the splitter cable, which is very nicely included, or just the single cable, which is what we're using on the Mac. A lot of PCs still like to have this sort of split type configuration, so that's an option there for those guys. But PS4, Xbox, next gen consoles, tested it out with the Switch, no issues there as well. So yeah, really solid, all well-rounded, easy to connect, no wireless sort of messing about. Passive don't require an extra power source or charging or anything like that, and you're getting a pretty solid sound from my limited time with the headphones so far. I've been pretty happy. So all in all, I don't think there's much more I can really cover. 319 Australian dollars available from pretty much anywhere that you can get Sennheiser gear, or as a rebranded now EPOS. The 601s and the 602s are the new models. They're available for anyone to pick up where they desire. And yeah, sound-wise, they're pretty good. Are they worth that sort of high-end price tag? It's really going to come down to whether you want a set of headphones that work with a lot of devices and require zero setup, and I literally mean zero, you just plug and play. Or if you're looking for something very specific, then you may be focusing your buying thoughts around exactly what that scenario is and what is going to work for you. But all in all, a really good headset, and the full review, I'll pop that up on reckoner.com.au, and you can check that out when you like in the coming weeks. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu live stream, and we'll see you next time. Bye.